Good evening, everybody. It's me, LisaT. Lighten up your life with some positive energy. Reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. Yeah, so I do this video in the morning and sometimes I do it at night. And I'm excited about the evening readings right now because I don't know what the reading's going to be. And the last 2 days especially have been like really big learning days and big like revelation days for me. So I'm excited to do the reading and see if it corresponds to what I've been going through. So, really, that's what yesterday's. Okay, today is January 7th. Dealing with painful feelings. Yeah, 2 videos ago I was talking about the anger. That day I was just experiencing this anger that I hadn't felt since I was like probably 13 years old. I just assume it. I just don't remember like feeling that anger. So I assume it goes back all the way back to when. Yeah, way back when. Sorry, I just got a notification. So yeah, I felt the anger and then I knew from all the recovery stuff I've been doing to like feel that, to allow myself to feel it so that I could express it and then uncover what was beneath it and where it came from and what was the underlying beliefs that were attached to that. Because it's all about, these belief systems that we've instilled in ourselves from overthinking something, thinking it over and over and over, and then we develop a belief. And then, yeah, so I didn't like feeling that anger. And I think throughout my life, the reason I probably haven't felt it since I was 13 was because I didn't like feeling that. I'd rather feel confused and upset and hurt instead of angry. But it's really important to feel all our emotions. And when we finally allow ourselves to feel it and then process it or deal with it in a healthy way, we get to deal with it and then heal it. So here we go, January 7th, dealing with painful feelings. Feelings of hurt or anger can be some of the most difficult to face. Hey? We can feel so vulnerable, frightened, and powerless when these feelings appear. That's for sure. So powerless and frightened and vulnerable. Yes, when I was feeling that anger, the next step for me that day and then the next day too, I was at work and I was like, you know what? The world and 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 I'm done being kind, I'm done being nice, I'm done all these things. Like it was, and I think underneath that was because I felt powerless. So I felt powerless. So it was like attack, right? Corner an angry dog, and what are they going to do? They're going to bite because they feel powerless. So I felt powerless. And of course scared because like, oh my God, what's happening here? I didn't know and I had a feeling it was going to last forever. I was really wrong. I mean, 12 hours later, it was totally flipped on its head. So yeah, these feelings, I know this. We can feel so vulnerable, frightened, and powerless when when these feelings appear. And these feelings may trigger memories of other similar times when we felt powerless. Like I just said, I felt powerless when I was 13 because my mom had just died. So sometimes, to gain a sense of control, we may punish the people around us. That's what I did at work. My coworker said to me, "Don't worry, Lisa, it's okay. You feel this way. Don't worry. We support and love you." And I was like, whatever. Like that was literally my reaction. So that's me pushing and punishing someone in my life that wants to support and love me. For some reason, I guess my subconscious thought I would gain control of that in some way. So sometimes, to gain a sense of control, we may punish the people around us. Whether they are people we blame for those feelings or innocent bystanders. We may try to get even, or we may manipulate behind people's backs to gain a sense of power over the situation. Talking about that person behind their back. Say you're mad at your partner and you go to a friend at work and you're like, yeah, he did this and he did that. Like in your mind, you think you're punishing them and then you're more powerful, which is all just a falsehood, right? So we try to get even. And may manipulate behind people's backs to gain a sense of power over the situation. These actions may give us a temporary feeling of satisfaction. Temporary. You're like, yeah, my person agreed with me, my friend agreed with me, right? But they only postpone facing the pain. So you temporarily solve the problem, you feel a sense of relief, but you haven't resolved the pain, what that stemmed from. So feeling hurt does not have to be so frightening. We do not have to work so hard to avoid it. While hurt feelings aren't as much fun as feeling happy, they are still just feelings. We can surrender to them, feel them, and then go on. I just went through this, bang on. That does not mean we have to seek out hurt feelings or dwell unnecessarily on them. Emotional pain does not have to devastate us. We can sit still, feel the pain, figure out if there's something we need to do to take care of ourselves, and then go on with our life. We do not have to act in haste. We do not have to punish others to get control over our feelings. We can begin sharing our hurt feelings with others. That's what I was doing today and yesterday, just sharing these hurt feelings, and it's like game changer. I feel amazing. I feel peace, serenity tonight. I'm in the moment. I'm not in my head because I shared about it, honestly. And I didn't attack at where I thought the pain was coming from. So we can begin to start sharing our hurt feelings with others. That brings relief and often healing to them and to us. Eventually, we learn the lesson that real power comes from allowing ourselves to be vulnerable enough to feel hurt. Real power comes from knowing we can take care of ourselves, even when we feel emotional pain. The real power comes when we can take care of ourselves. And that's what I did over the last 3 days. I just took care of it and myself, took care of the pain and myself. And I feel empowered again. So real power comes when we stop holding others responsible for our pain. That's a big pill to swallow. That's a big tall order. That to not hold someone else responsible for your anger and your pain. It's yours. You got to take care of yourself now. Yours to deal with. So real power comes when we stop holding others responsible for our pain and we take responsibility for our feelings. Take responsibility for yourself. It's up to you. Okay, the prayer for today. Today, I will surrender to my feelings, even the emotionally painful ones. Instead of acting in haste or attempting to punish someone, I will be vulnerable enough to feel my feelings. Amen to that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I love you all. Appreciate you. Have a great night.